Central Region father of two earns $417 per hour working from home, hides it from his wife for 3 years. His confidential secret is exposed. How he did it? Imagine hiding $1 million secret from your spouse for over 3 years. Could you do it? Ayodele Oyekan, a Central Region father of two, risked his marriage and his family to hide a shocking secret from his wife of 13 years. Ayodele Oyekan and his wife Nakato, Central Region residents, married in 2004 after years of dating. His wife worked as a receptionist at a local clinic and Ayodele was a software engineer that worked remotely from home. 3 years ago, the company Ayodele was working for suddenly lost their largest client and had to do layoffs that same day. Unforunately, Ayodele was part of the group that got laid off. "I didn't know what to do that first day. I was embarrassed to tell my wife. We depended on my income to pay bills. I felt like I had failed my family. I needed to find a new job, and fast," Ayodele shared. "I felt like I had failed my family." Ayodele Oyekan. While searching through online job markets, Ayodele saw an advertisement saying he could earn $1,200 per day from home. Curious, he clicked on it and did some research. It had some excellent reviews from a lot of users, so I felt safer signing up for the system. It is not like those get-rich-quick scams where you have to sell things to make a living. If I had to sell things I would not have signed up. I also didn't have to sign up friends and family in order to make any money. It was just working from home, by myself," Ayodele shared. Using the internet to work from home has become one of the largest worldwide trends and has recently exploded in Central Region. Trade is an instruction system that teaches you to use internet sites like Google, Walmart, Amazon, Apple and so many others to make money online. All you have to do is fill out a short form online to get access to the system. "I was nervous about starting the system. I know the computer pretty well being in the software space, but I had never done anything like this before. It was very easy to get started and they walked me through the whole process. I can even work from my cell phone," Ayodele shared. "I was nervous about starting the system. I had not done anything like this before." Ayodele Oyekan. After his first 2 weeks using the system, 2 checks arrived totaling $5,087. Ayodele decided he needed a way to hide this money until he gained the courage to tell his wife about losing his job. So, he secretly opened a bank account without his family's knowledge. He chose to have the checks deposited directly into that account each week. "I knew Nakato would be nervous about me starting a completely new job. So I lied and told her that I spoke to my old employer and got my job back. And just like that, life went on as normal for 3 years." Ayodele's wife would go to her receptionist job while Ayodele worked on the trade system at home. "It was very hard for me to keep such a big secret for so long. There were a lot of close calls of her finding out. I thought about telling the truth so many times. But each time I just thought about how long I had already been lying. Looking back on it, it was foolish of me to keep it a secret," Ayodele said. Earlier this year, his wife brought up the idea of private schooling for their children. "Nakato came to me and wanted to talk about sending our 2 children to private school so they could have a better education than we did growing up," Ayodele shares. "I hadn't been spending any of the extra money, and realized I had the ability to pay for private schooling. So I finally fessed up and told my wife about the trade system. I thought it would be better if I had something tangible to show her while I admitted to lying the past few years. So one afternoon, I walked to the bank and cashed out the secret account I had been growing for over 3 years. By then the account had made over $1,512,551. I honestly had no idea it had gotten that high. I had just been keeping what my old salary to our joint bank account and sending the rest to my secret one," said Ayodele. Ayodele sat down next to me and told me he had been hiding something from me and to please not be mad at him, his wife shared. Then he pulled a check from his pocket and handed it to me. It was written out to him and signed by the bank for $1,512,551. I did not believe it at first, and then he told me about the Olymp trade system. She was silent for a long time. I had no idea what to think. But then she started crying and hugged me. I told her how ashamed and sorry I was, but she just told me how relieved she was that we had more than enough money for our children to have the best possible education. Adele shared. I couldn't believe he had lied to me about something like this for so long. I think I agree and would have been cautious at first, but he should have told me after the first few checks came. Nakato shared. Adele's story has been shared on hundreds of local media outlets including blogs, reports and the local news. When we found the story, we immediately asked to feature it in an exclusive financial report. We asked Adele to share